Welcome back. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Unique. I am just a regular schmegular girl who is now working full-time. I love to document my life. I've been creating content for literally a decade. I took a little break, but it still counts as a decade. I'm glad that you are here. So if you love just regular life, but we romanticizing it and we're making it cute, you love a good vibe, you love to yap, this is the place for you. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and leave me a comment letting me know that you're here, because I always love to know when a new girlies join the club. As you can see from the title of today's video, we are just gonna be doing a little reset, so a little switch up. I've not done one of these videos probably ever, I'm not gonna lie. Usually my resets are just included in like a weekly vlog or a few days in my life and whatnot, but I was like, you know what? I need a break from week-long vlogging, even though I just started back week-long vlogging 2 weeks ago. That doesn't matter. I need just a little, something a little bit more low pressure. So this is what we're gonna be doing for this week. I feel like I have been on go mode and I have not been intentionally resetting at all the last probably like month. I've been doing a little bit here, a little bit there, but I really want to intentionally reset and prepare myself for my week, because I have some big things coming up at work. I got some big things, or fairly big things, going on with some content, and I just need some time to really get it together. I have really been on autopilot lately and I'm tired of feeling like that. So we're gonna get intentional in this video. We got some cleaning to do, we got some groceries to get, we got some planning to do, like I said, and I'm actually excited. I love feeling productive. I love checking off a list. So I have a whole list of things that I need to get done today. I'm excited to get to the end of the day and see the list completed. Get Brick sent me a brick, and I'm so excited about this because, funny enough, I reached out to them to partner. This was probably a few months ago and I did not hear back. And then they reached out to me a week ago and they were like, we would love to send you one. And so I am so excited because I really, girl, and I think we can all relate to this, but I am just on my phone so much, especially as somebody who creates content. It's a lot easier to end up on your phone just so much. And I've just been working so hard, especially too, because my job requires me to be on my phone as well, with it being in like marketing and all of that. And so it's so easy to just end up on my phone a lot. And so I really have been working to get off of my phone when I don't need to be on my phone, when it's not work related, when it's not content related. And so this is definitely going to help me to be more productive, be more in the moment, and just live my real life. Not that the things that I share through content and all of that is not my real life, but y'all get what I'm saying. I want to live more when I don't have the camera on. And that's really hard to do when you're always scrolling. And the thing about Brick is it's not like the app limits on your phone, because I've tried to set app limits on my phone and literally all the time I'll just hit remind me in 15 minutes or all out go, ignore limit for today. And so it's like that defeats the purpose. But with Brick, you literally have to be where this is to unbrick your phone. So I put it on the refrigerator, because if you have that other barrier in between, like, okay, I have to get up, or if I all out leave the house with my phone bricked, then you can't unbrick it if you don't have this. And so I love just having that other barrier, because it will turn you off knowing that, oh, I have to get all the way up. Or obviously if you're not home and the brick is at home, you don't have a choice but to push through. And so I'm really excited to add this just to my lifestyle, not making it just a routine, but really making it a lifestyle and getting back to being present, being more productive, and just quieting some of the noise in my mind, especially as somebody who is a creator. That is just such a, what is a word? Like a stumbling block as a creator, quieting the noise from other creators. It's great to be inspired, but sometimes it can just be overload. So I'm gonna brick my phone, and I wanna leave the house within the next 30 minutes. So I'm gonna set a 30-minute timer and see how much I can get done around the house before I leave.
it's right in front of me. A different energy. Try out a different play. Won't let it waste away. I got it, I got it. Feel the adrenaline when I step out on my own. I try to see it like medicine. I feel it in my soul. I can't go wrong, can nothing stop me. No give up, no, I know I won't. It's already in motion. I go full speed ahead. Right on track, 'cause I've seen what happens if I hold me back. Yeah, I go full speed ahead. I'm right on track. I go full speed ahead. I go full speed ahead.
I just finished up doing some things around the house. I had a few seconds left on my timer, so I beat the timer by a few seconds. But I'm about to pack my bag because we are gonna head to a coffee shop so that I can plan some content and plan out my work week. So I've been sitting here planning out my week, and after kind of looking back and looking ahead, I think this week I'm going to focus on slowing down. I think I've been doing a bit too much, overzealous with some things with work and fitness and family and friends. I think I'm overextending myself just a little bit. I don't want to burn myself out and end up exhausted. So I think that I'm going to take a short break from working out and kind of see how my week flows this week. And then when I see kind of where I have some reasonable like ebbs in my flow, I'll determine what days I want to work out, because I kind of just been going, and I just think it's been way too much for me. So I really just want to land on 2 days a week to work out, one going to the gym and then another being like a fitness class of some sort. But I just haven't been able to find like good times to do that where I don't end up super tired at work or dog tired by the end of the day. And I just want to be healthy in all ways. I don't want to be working out consistently, but I'm exhausted and I'm literally beating my body down in the name of like working out and all the things. So I'm just trying to find some good systems and routines that won't have me exhausted and burnt out, but still prioritizes the things that I care about and that I want to improve in. It's been a productive time. Weekly and content planning is done, and now we need to go get groceries. Y'all already know I'm taking advantage of pickups. So we got Kroger, Sam's, and Target. And I also need to get some gas. So let's get that done so we can head back to the house. Getting gas was supposed to be my last stop, but I decided that I wanted some flowers, so we are at Fresh Market to see what they got. These are pretty, but I wish they had some color. It looks like they only have white ones. And they have these little, I don't know what these are called. I don't really feel like making my own bouquet. I just want some flowers, so I might get a pre-made bouquet. These are pretty and very spring-like. Oh, but I like this one with the sunflower in it. But this rose is all, I don't know. These are pretty too. Made it back home, and I wanted to give y'all a little haul of all the things that I got in my 101 stops. Starting with Kroger, I picked up some more of my English muffins. I went back to the light multigrain. I did the sourdough for a week, and I don't know, something about having a meal prepped and then warming them up in the air fryer, but I put it on bake or whatever. It made the sourdough kind of soggy and mushy in some areas, and I know that that comes from some moisture, but it just caused for me to have to do more work if I wanted to not deal with the moisture issue and the sogginess. So I'm gonna go back to what I know, and it was good while it lasted. I picked up a few things for my snacks this week. I picked up these sweet Thai chili tuna packets. I've had these before. These are my favorite, and I pair them with some wheat thins. I think they're the regular wheat thins, and it's a really good snack. This is great for protein. It has 15 grams of protein and it's only 90 calories, and it helps me to stay full. I did the meat sticks and cheese last week, but I'm not gonna lie, it just hasn't been keeping me full. And I think a part of that is because I've been working out more. So obviously when you work out more, you kind of have to fuel your body a lot more. And so I'm gonna have to shift and pivot again as I continue to work out more, go back to the gym and all of that. I also picked me up some yogurt. I realized in general that I was not eating enough for my activity level, both at work, but also with working out and all the things. And so paired with my breakfast sandwiches now, I do some yogurt, and it helps me to stay fuller longer until it's time for me to have my snack, which has been a protein shake. And I always get the 000, the Oikos. This is the vanilla. This is my favorite. I love the texture of it. I'm huge on texture, and different yogurt brands have different textures. I'm not crazy, just know I can tell the difference. And because this only comes with 4 and I obviously need 5 for the week, I decided to pick up a single one, and this is the blueberry. I've never had the blueberry. I had a mixed berry last week, but I don't think I even knew they had a blueberry, so I hope that I like this. The mixed berry is pretty good. It probably wouldn't be something that I would eat every day. Vanilla is just the safest thing for me to do every day, so hopefully I like the blueberry as well. I picked up a few ingredients for dinner later this week. I'm gonna make a lasagna, so I got some ricotta, and then I got some Italian blend shredded cheese, and then I also got some red pasta sauce. This is the Private Select, so it's one of the Kroger store brands, and it's actually pretty good. We usually always do the Rao's or Raoul's, whichever one it is, and that one is pretty low calorie, doesn't have a lot of added sugars, and it just tastes good, but it's also like $7-8 a bottle. Like, I'm not even joking. And so it's a little expensive, but this one tastes really good. Same thing, not too many added sugars in it. It's still pretty low calorie, but it tastes good. It doesn't taste cheap, and I believe this one is like $4 a jar, and so a good alternative. From Sam's, I picked up some Honeycrisp apples. These are the superior apples. I tried the Cosmic Crisp, which is a, like, what do they call it, like a hybrid of the Honeycrisp and the Cosmic apples, and I didn't hate them, but I didn't love them. I like a sweet apple, but not green apple sweet, and so these are perfect, and they literally are crispy and juicy and all the things. Girl, they are so good. And so I'm gonna pair this with, what do I plan to pair this with? I actually don't even remember, girl. I picked up dinner. I got me a Caesar salad kit, and then I also have a rotisserie chicken that I already put into the refrigerator. I'm gonna eat that probably in a little bit. It's almost 4 o'clock. I did not eat lunch, and I am hungry, honey. All that ripping and running, it really took it out of me. So I'm gonna probably eat earlier than I usually would. And last but not least, I took a trip to Target. I primarily went by there to get a few household items. This is a drying rack to go up under our drying rack that's here on the counter, but we also needed some hand soap for right here in the kitchen. We've been using the dish soap, and I don't like that because obviously that means we're running through the dish soap. So I just picked up this Mrs. Meyer's, and this is the Clementine. I hope that this does not stink. Ooh, it does not stink, because I wanted to get the lavender, but I don't think they had it. And then there was another one, lemon. They didn't have that one in stock either. And then it was one that was like clean grass. I was like, I'm not gonna get that. And then I also picked up some energy drinks. Bloom probably is my favorite energy drink brand, right behind Red Bull, because you can never go wrong with a classic Red Bull. In the summer and spring, winter editions, the different editions that they drop, they be eating. They really do be eating. I love me some Red Bull. I think also what attracts me to Bloom is they just have some really cute packaging. It's very fun and girly pop, and I love that. These are two new flavors that they have, the Shirley Temple and then the Summer Splash. They already have Shirley Temple for their like probiotic or prebiotic sodas, which I really, really love, but I wanted to get it as an energy drink. And then the Summer Splash, I don't know if it's limited edition like for real, but it's like the summertime flavor that they just dropped, and I'm so glad that Target had it, because I've been seeing it all over TikTok. But baby, I'm not gonna buy no energy drinks from TikTok shop. I'm not doing that. And I did decide to get these flowers from Fresh Market. I really just love the sunflower in here. They have a lot of roses, but I wasn't in the mood for roses. I've really been into like very whimsical, springy type flowers. A classic rose, beautiful, because there are some in here, so I don't dislike them, but I wanted something that gave very spring, you know what I mean? And so I'm gonna cut these down in a little minute, get my vase and put them out, because we just need a little pop of color in here. But I'm gonna put up all my groceries and things, and then I'm gonna catch my breath, because like I said, it took me out there, and it's warm, so all that moving around, whoo girl, it was a lot. I'll catch up with y'all in a little bit.
Your body loses that momentum. I typically can do that class with like a little smile on my face, not naked. I did get some white garden roses. One of my cousin's birthday dinners today, so I thought I'd pick her up some flowers. Let me show you guys really quickly what I got. I got some everything bagels. I got some cucumbers and some cream cheese. I want to make a bagel with cream cheese and cucumber on top. I got some bananas. My entire page yesterday on pin salmon jerky for my dogs, and I just got a few little beverages. My biggest hyperfixation last week. What matters is that these are little things that I'm pretty good at doing that. I feel like I usually go to sleep with a clean space. Like literally my whole world could be falling apart and I'll be cleaning my bathroom.
As y'all can see, the sun is still out, but I done already took my shower, and I'm starting my wind down early, because that's just what I'm in the mood to do. I just want to relax for the rest of the day. I got my sweet treat, I got my Kindle, I got my iPad right here. We're gonna watch some vlogs, read my book, and honey, we're gonna have us a good time. I did want to share my current reads with y'all. I have recently adopted some mood reading, so I'm reading more than one book at a time. I'm reading Watercolors by Evelyn Latrice. If you don't know anything about Evelyn Latrice, honey, you need to find out something about her, okay? She writes very unconventional sports romance, or I should say she writes unconventional Black sports romances. She writes Black men who play sports that typically Black people don't play. One of my favorite books by her, which I read at the beginning of this year, was called The 19th Hole, and it's literally about a Crip who plays golf. He is a great golfer, but her writing is exceptional. It is phenomenal. The way that she celebrates and sheds light on Blackness is so beautiful. Every time I read her books, I just feel so warm and fuzzy, because she connects with the Black experience so much. So many moments that are like, that's just Black. That's just what it's like to be a Black person. And it is just so much fun to see how she puts into words Black joy, Black love, and just Blackness, and just how she celebrates it, because it truly is a celebration in her writing. And so I absolutely love it. And she, of course, always writes a story with some depth. She writes a romance and a love story like nobody that I've seen before. She is one of my favorite authors for sure, and I was literally fiending for her to drop a new story. I read one other book that's a series, and that one was not my favorite, but I know that that's what comes with, like, you're not gonna love everything from your favorite, you know what I mean? And so there's grace for that. But I did read the first book in the series, and it was called, dang, what was it? the 8 Wonders or something like that. And that one was, or To the Moon. I think it was called To the Moon. And that one was more conventional because the guy in the story played football. But from that, like, she has just grown tremendously in her type of sports romance. She is in her own lane and zone with that, and I just love it down. So that's the first book that I'm reading. But before I jumped into this one, I was reading, what is this book called? I've also been reading A Love Worth Forever by Brienne Dene. And I think the reason that I've been reading 2 different romance books is because A Love Worth Forever, I feel like it's a little bit more lighthearted. It still has its own like depths to it, but it's a lot more light than Watercolors. Watercolors is so deep. There is just so much to it. And that's just who Evelyn Latrice is. And I love that about her because she writes love stories that you really feel because of the depth of the characters by themselves. Like they don't develop a story and a personality and all of that when they get together or when the interest of romance like becomes a thing and like the attraction. Like that's not where they get their story from. They already have their own stories, and it's so woven into the romance and the love that begins to bud and develop. And that's just, see, I keep going back to Evelyn Latrice and I'm just bragging on it. I think I've read one other book by Brienne Dene, but it was a while ago, I ain't gonna lie. But A Love Worth Forever is about a recently divorced guy, and he owns a company. It's like a workplace romance, but it still has its own like little twist on it because it doesn't start that way. And these characters too have their own like stories and there's depth to it, but like I said, something about it just feels a little bit more lightweight than Watercolors. And so those are the 2 books that I've been reading. I've been so wrapped up in Watercolors that I haven't been reading A Love Worth Forever as much, but I kind of pop back and forth again depending on my mood, hence mood reading. Since we're here, I know I said I was going to wrap the vlog up, but let me give y'all a few other things that are on my TBR. I recently downloaded Coming Home. It's a novella by Kennedy Ryan, so I'm kind of looking forward to that, but I'm not going to start it until I finish the other 2 that I'm reading. I have to finish one of those 2 before I start reading something else. 3 books at a time is just way too much. I can't do that. And then there's another one that I'm looking forward to reading. I think it's Juliet, I don't know. It's by Ray Lease. It's that one. I don't know how to pronounce the title because it has a dog paw on it. And so maybe it's Juliet. Okay, it's Joliet. I'm looking forward to that one. I saw somebody on my TikTok who I follow. She's a book talker and she said it was good. So I'm looking forward to reading that. But I have a few books on my physical TBR. I want to read Ken by Tayari Jones. I really want to read that. And then I have Sweet Heat by Bolu Babaloa, I believe it is. And then I have a few other books that are on my physical TBR, but they have not come out yet. They are new releases, and that is The Summer Girlfriend by Christina Forrest, and then Misconnection by, dang, why am I slipping on her name? She wrote seven, dang, why can't I remember anything? Tia Williams. She has a release coming out in June and it's called The Misconnection, and I am looking forward. I didn't even know she was releasing a book this year. I did not know that, but I don't know why I'm surprised. She always releases a new book every summer. And so those are some other books on my physical TBR. But for real now, I'm gonna close out the vlog here. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different. I don't think I've done a day in my life in like a very, very, very long time. And so I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to give it a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to follow me on socials, primarily on Instagram. I'm a little bit, no, that's a lie. I don't really be on there either. You know what? That's why you should subscribe, so that you can know when I post, because honey, I be locked in. I be locked in real life, okay? Or I be trying to be locked in real life. But anyway, I hope y'all have a good rest of your day, a good week, and I will see y'all later.